We're back this week with another marketing idea. Kayle and I are on a mission to share 100 marketing ideas with you to help you grow your salon and spa business. And this week is no different. What do you have for us today, Kayle?
I want to talk about automation. I think it's something we don't really think about in salons and spas. Automation seems like one of those things that like you hear on like a business to business commercial that like plays in between like Hulu if you don't pay for Hulu or something like that. It doesn't seem relevant to you, right? But it's not a big scary thing. It's not a bad word, and it's not necessarily like going to replace jobs in your business. But automation does have tangible benefits for any salon or spa or tattoo business. There's a ton of things that you do every single day that are repeatable. There's just the same thing, doesn't require a lot of brain power. It's not really going to change much, and you have to do it every day.
What I would say to automations as well is that it's not only something to kind of help you be lazy and not do things because the system is doing it for you, but it's also, especially when it comes to marketing, in my experience, when we want to kind of level up our marketing game, we get excited and we have this like new thing we want to get everyone behind. Maybe there's a campaign, maybe there's a tool, whatever it is, or there's like just a new strategy. And so we kind of get excited, we have that energy, we go with it, but then it kind of, for some reason, we get distracted and we forget about it, and suddenly like that is not happening anymore. I think that is also where automation and having systems to help you automate can really help, so that you kind of like, you know, you're getting excited, you're getting something set up, and you're building some automation with it so that when you get bored because you're like somewhere else or you get distracted, that thing is still running for you and like serving your business in the background without you necessarily having to like being consciously thinking about it. So I think it's more than just like being lazy. That is one part, but it's also about just like freeing out that like mental capacity for you to kind of have something running and you can move on to the next thing.
Yeah, and I think this is especially relevant for like a lot of smaller businesses, you know, where maybe you don't have like a full-time front desk, or maybe, you know, you as the owner are also performing services and you're doing confirmation calls and you're checking your cancellation list, and, you know, maybe you're sending out emails, and like it's a lot to do for one person, and it's a lot to do for even like a small team. And a lot of those things are just sort of like rote tasks. Email marketing, right? Like email marketing is it seems like a big endeavor, a big undertaking for a lot of businesses, but it doesn't really have to be. It's like way easier than it's ever been. Like whether you're using like a third-party tool like MailChimp or something like that, or if you're using, you know, it's a built-in email marketing suite that you have like in your software. A lot of the software that we review on the channel has a built-in email marketing suite. One of the ones that we've been like super pumped about lately is Mango Mints, because they started like creating like marketing flows where you can choose like, if a customer buys this or books this type of appointment, then they get this type of email or that kind of thing. It goes beyond marketing, but specifically when it comes to marketing, it makes those sorts of things so much easier, because you can just say this behavior gets this kind of message. And then you can, you know, put together, maybe there's a little template you can drag in there. I know Mango Mint's got those templates. You can put it in there. So it's already pretty. You put in your logo and your design and what you want to say. It's easy. You're done in you know, a half hour with creating a whole flow for it. And that's it. You know what I mean? You don't have to go through and painstaking the right copy for every single email, or you know, hand pick a bunch of images and build everything if you don't know like HTML or something like that. It doesn't have to be a nightmare to do the things you need to do to market your business. And in this case, things that seem really big or seem really daunting are easily achievable for smaller businesses, because the tools have just gotten so much better. You know, it's 2024. You don't need to be doing every single little thing yourself. God forbid you'd have to check your cancellation list every single day and call people manually on the phone and let them know, hey, I think the spot opened up, and, you know, individually confirm every single appointment. I know I've worked for a ton of salons and spas where like we literally were calling everybody up on the phone every single day and saying like, just calling to confirm your appointment for tomorrow at 2 p.m. or whatever, leaving messages. Like that takes so much time that you could spend on things that are way more important for your business, big picture stuff, growing your brand. And I think that it's time. I think it's time just to sort of move on from the old school way of doing everything manually.
And this is just going to become more and more important, right? As more businesses like your competitors are starting to automate more and more things, creating more and more capacity in their business to do other things or cost savings as well, since they start to automate more. So I think it's important as a business owner to kind of be be mindful here and to think about what can you be automating in your business. And as you mentioned, Kayle, like technology is getting better. I'm so pumped about the flows feature coming with Mango Mint now. That is something I've never seen before, which is going to serve so many businesses. And it's tied like right into your operation, right? So within that, you can set up different type of triggers, like when things happens in your business, because everything happens in your software, right? You can trigger different things and start different automations and like help really make that a core of your automations that you want to run. I think, we cannot avoid the discussion of technology when we talk about automation, because you need the right tech to make it happen. It has been somewhat like we have been able to automate things for a long time, but it's been somewhat complicated, I would say, in the past with automations and like using different tools. And you kind of need to get almost like an IT consultant involved. Now we're starting to get to a place where you kind of have that embedded in your software and it's actually there and can help you a lot, right? So this is certainly what I would do following this discussion today, is just look into the software that you have, see, can you automate things? Can you start setting those things up so that it can serve your business better in the background, that you can eliminate some of these redundant tasks, and you can get on and focus on the more exciting things, the new things that you want to create in your business.
Yeah, absolutely. You own a business, you run a business, you've got way more important things to do than to be on the phone all day. You got way more important things to do than to, be checking through a cancellation list. And so does your front desk, for that matter. You know what I mean? I always say that the customer service that you give in person is always more important than the time you spend on the phone or just doing the rote tasks of your business. So you are a service business. Your service should be first. Automating all of these housekeeping tasks, I feel like a lot of these are sort of like just basic daily things, really frees up your business to focus on the service. You know what I mean? Even if you don't have a big budget.
Yeah, totally. And like your business software is core, but I think also like there's more things we can automate than that. What are those things that you can identify that you could be automating so that you can focus on the more exciting stuff?
To your point, John, like you mentioned that there was, it used to be one of those kind of things where like you kind of had to, if you wanted to do it yourself, you kind of had to have like a bunch of different tools just like hodgepodge together. Right? Like you had to use like a different tool for email marketing and a different tool for payroll and a different tool for this and that and all these aspects of your business, because there was never really like sort of an integrated all-in-one way to do that. And it's just not that way anymore. Like the tools have just gotten so much better. The software that we use to run our businesses has gotten so much more sophisticated. And that's a huge reason why we're big fans of Mango Mint, why we talk about it so much, is just that their focus has been on A, automating all the daily stuff that you don't need to be spending time on, and B, taking more and more aspects of your daily duties, your daily business, and incorporating them into one place where you can get in touch with your clients, confirm appointments, you can automatically fill in from cancellation lists, like all of these things that are just happen now. They're just easy. It just works. You know what I mean? To steal a phrase from a very famous man, it just works. Let running your business become easier. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be hard anymore. And all the hard work doesn't have to be wasted on the stuff that's not that important anymore. It should be spent on the things that really help you grow. And that's just a bonus marketing tip for today. You get 2 for today. Spend your time on the important stuff and automate as much as you can.
Thanks for tuning in to today's episode on automation. Obviously, software is central in this. If you want to learn more about Mango Mint, we're leaving some links in the description that allow you to get an extra month for free of Mango Mint as well, if you decide to start a free trial as you're a subscriber here at the Salon business. And you can really like play around with the automations and really understand what we're talking about there to kind of see what that is about. But again, thanks for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you inside of an upcoming video.